Rich, Coach Babs, and welcome to the Think Strong, Be Strong channel. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when I'm dropping another video. Just for your information, I do drop a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. For those of you who have come back to watch, once again, thank you. Welcome back. I always appreciate you. Today's conversation is an interesting one. It's all about fitting in and what do you do, or is fitting in necessarily a thing that you should really be worried about? So without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? Hey guys, welcome back. So when I was younger, I always wanted to be with the in crowd. I wanted to be one of the coolest kids. My best friend, he was with the coolest kids, you know. He was good at football. He was good at, he was a good looking guy. He is a good looking guy. And he was really popular, you know. And the group of friends that we had were also popular, good looking guys. And, you know, they did what the in crowd were doing. Football team, sports day, the fastest runners, the ones that people wanted to be in group work with in school and stuff. So they had no problem fitting in. I was on the fence of fitting in. I was a chubby kid. I was shy. What people consider a geek or a nerd. I loved playing Pogs. Pogs was a thing before Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all this other things that people call geeks would have. I used to love playing Pogs. I remember on my lunch I'd play chess with my maths tutor while everybody was out playing football, you know, where all the girls would be cheering them on. And, you know, I was the least picked in Kiss Chase and stuff like that. Just things along those lines. So I struggled to fit in, but I really wanted to fit in because I felt like if I could fit in, you know, I'd be the missing link, or I'd be the missing link in my life. Do you know what I mean? Just being cool and just being popular, being known, or just being part of the in crowd, you know. Always remembered our thingy. And because when I was growing up, you know, in school, I was always such and such's friend. Oh, you're Thingy's friend, aren't you? Oh, you know Thingy, don't you? That was it. You know, it took a while before people knew my name, right? So in secondary school, it was really all about trying to fit in, especially before we got to college. And when I got to college, again, it was about trying to fit in with the in crowd, you know. And because my college didn't have a massive field, so football wasn't a thing. You know, if you were to play football, you had to go off site and hang with the guys after college to go play. But, you know, I grew up in a strict household, so my parents weren't about allowing that kind of activity. You go to college, you come straight home, you've got other responsibilities that you have to do. So again, that's not going to enable me to fit in with the cool crowd. But when I was in college, I kind of started to find my own thing. Lifting weights was my thing, you know. Dancing was my thing, you know. That's where I started my whole street dancing thing, which was my thing. And then lifting weights with a whole bunch of different people who weren't my boys that I went to school with, you know. So I started to be drawn towards other things that were more me. Just like before, when I liked playing chess, I liked playing Pogs and stuff, right? Again, it was a bit of a struggle because I was still friends with my good friends from school and they were still part of the cool crowd, you know, and I still wanted to fit in. And, you know, this was a thing that was bothering me for a while, thinking about fitting in. How important is it to fit in? It wasn't until I got to my second college and I met a bunch of people who were into anime, like I'd liked Dragon Ball Z and, you know, Japanese cartoons and stuff, and people who like dancing like I do. You know, I was in a mini dance group. I had a dance partner back in my second college and stuff, and then into the same music that I liked as well. We liked the same artist, Bone Thugs and Harmony, um, obviously big in Tupac back then, Cameron, different kinds of R&B artists that I didn't know my people, my friends that I grew up with were into until later on in life, but I was too busy trying to fit in with them for to realize what things I was into that they would be like, yeah, I like what you're doing too, kind of thing. So the whole fitting in thing was a thing that gave me problems. You know, it made me feel like I wasn't good enough. It made me feel like I had to be better. It made me feel like I had to change who I was. It made me feel like when you're trying to fit in to what you think other people will like or what other people are drawn to, you almost develop different personalities or different things about you to make you relatable, to fit in. So you gotta fit in with what these people think about you. Yeah, you gotta fit in with what those people want to think or believe about you. You gotta fit in with what those people want to think and believe about you. It's exhausting. It became exhausting for me. It became stressful. I became, believe it or not, lost because you don't know who you are and what you like when you're too busy trying to fit in with everything else that may not be who you are or may not be what you're about. But you so badly want to fit in. And I know society makes it very difficult, especially now, with people who look a particular way, so they get so many likes on Instagram. People have a particular kind of lifestyle, so you're killing yourself to get that. You're killing yourself to get the kind of lifestyle to fit in that world. Specific things that people are doing, actions, places that they're going to, that's not really your speed or really your kind of vibe, but because you want to fit in, you forcing yourself to be there, hoping you'll get the same reception as the other people. You understand? But the thing is, your job, and this is what I realized about myself, is your job is not to be the missing link to fit in to a puzzle that is not who you are. You are not to be a filler in to something that is already out there. You're not to. You don't always have to fit in with everything or everybody that ain't who you are or what you're about. You're only gonna hurt yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, socially. You will lose yourself. You know, some of us idolize the likes of Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, Charles Bronson, Richard Branson, Charles Bronson, Death Wish, Richard Branson, these inspirational speakers as well. We idolize all these people, right? Saying we want to be as famous as them so that we could be probably acceptable to society, so we could be remembered, so we could be known, so we could be the face, so we could be what other people aspire to be. But what we don't really know is that these guys that we look up to were considered outcasts, misfits. They didn't fit in. Albert Einstein is the best one, man. From the way he looked, his hairstyle, his way of thinking, his ideas, he didn't fit in. It wasn't until he invented something that was his own thing, that was him, that was what only his mind could create, what was only his thoughts and his actions and being himself was able to bring to the table, was when people started to follow him or want to be like him and ask him to be, for them to want to fit in with him. And it's the same for these other guys that we look up to, we want to follow. Even your friends and the people that you're surrounded by who seem to be super popular, the thing that makes them popular is that they do not, I'm just saying, I'm going on a limb here, right? I'm not saying I understand every single person, but they be themselves. They don't try to fit in with everybody else. They try to do their own thing and be themselves, and they don't make themselves some sort of missing piece to fit in, but they turn themselves into a magnet for other people to be drawn to them. Do you understand? They make themselves a magnet. People are drawn to them based on who they are, what they do, what they stand for, what they're about. And we don't have to fit in with everybody else. We should aim to be ourselves. It wasn't until I accepted who I was. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I like cartoons, I like comics, I like DC, I like lifting weights, I like playing ball, I like doing certain sports, I like talking, I like reading, I like my own time, I like spending time with people, I like going to conventions, I like not going to conventions, I like my own things, and I do my own things in my own way, and I celebrate it and I show it off. I'm a big Superman fan, right? And I have the jackets from Smallville, the leather Superman jacket from Smallville, right? And there are people out there who'd be like, dude, you too grown for stuff like that, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's weird, or you ain't that a bit childish. I'm like, I don't care if you think it's childish. It is what it is. These are the same people that if I rock this jacket out, or I post a caption on Instagram wearing the jacket saying feeling like Superman today with the jacket, these are the same people who are going to hit the like button. These are the same people who are going to probably be low-key geeks as well, and they're still following me and still watching what I'm doing and still liking. Because I own my shit, I don't try to fit in with what they think I should be, or what you think I should look like, or how they think I should do certain things. I own it and I do it my way. And I'm working on every day being confident doing it my own way. You know, some people, when they shoot their videos for motivational videos, they'll probably have an office kind of set up, or they'll probably have a specific backdrop of books or whatever to signify whatever. I shoot my videos in my living room. Sometimes my dog is in the background, sometimes she isn't. I might shoot it from the bedroom. I do it my own way. Do I get people who are drawn to me, you know, through the energy that I send out, that I've magnetized to bring in? Yes, I do. Do they comment on my background or my surrounding? No, they don't. They're only here to listen to me do what I do the way I do it. I used to get told when I'm doing my videos, don't have your music on in the background. I'm not trying to fit into your world. I'm not trying to fit into the way you've seen other people do it and how they've got famous doing it. I'm doing it the way I do it, because the reason why people get famous is because they're doing it the way they do it. It's the way they do things and how they present things and how they deliver things which makes them spectacular, which makes everybody drawn to them. They're not trying to fit in with anybody else. If you're somebody who yells and shouts like C.T. Fletcher, and he yells and he shouts and he uses a lot of profanity in his videos, do you think he'd be trying to fit in with everybody else to be like, well, why don't you do it like this because it's nicer and it's accepted socially or whatever? He doesn't give a shit. Why should you care? Why should you be trying so hard to fit in with everybody else when you can't please everybody in the first place? The only person you can please is yourself. The only person you can satisfy is yourself, your inner man. And sometimes your inner man and your inner spirit is the one that's fighting to tell you, stop trying to be what everybody wants you to be. Be who you're meant to be. Be yourself. Do it in the way that registers with you. Do it in the way that makes you feel good. Accept the fact that this is who you are. These are the things you like doing, and run with it. Celebrate it. You know, don't feel bad. Don't be so in a rush to be like everybody else, because we're not like everybody else. We are our own individual, unique, beautiful self. And I know social media makes it hard with the things that we see, the pictures and the amount of people that get likes, and the body types and the body shapes and the flash cars and the snapshots of the things that are going good for them people, and how many likes and followers that they've got. But life isn't about likes and followers. Before social media, there was no likes and followers. There was just you and the people you hang with and the people that hang with you. And we were all unique in ourselves by the way that we are. We're all unique. Like in my group of people, we all had our things that we were. I was the one who was understanding and cool to talk to and calm and cool. There was always the super good looking guy, flashy guy with the sports. There was the one who was hilarious and funny. There's the one who's a lot taller. There's the one who's a lot shorter. We all had our things that we brought to the group of friends that we were. We weren't all the same kind of person, because that would be hella boring. So we're all our unique individual selves. So therefore we stand out for our own unique abilities. We're not like a uniform team of one person. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across to you. Where you don't want to fit in with everybody else. You want to be your own unique individual. You know, that's why in interviews, when you go for a job, they ask you what makes you unique, what makes you stand out, what can you bring to the team, what can you bring that's different. They don't ask you what can you bring that's the same. They don't ask you can you conform to everybody else and be the same as everybody else. They don't ask you, they ask you what can you bring. You bring your uniqueness, you bring who you are, you bring how you feel about yourself, you bring the way you think, the way you feel, the way you articulate, the way you process, the way you deliver, the way you do it. Not the uniformed approach that everybody's expecting from you. Your job is to be a magnet. Well, your purpose in life is to be a magnet. People to be drawn to you. Not for you to always try to fit in with everything and everybody else. Yes, you are going to come across things that you are drawn to, that you connect with. That's okay if you're drawn to it and you connect with it. There is nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is don't always feel like you have to fit in. Like you have to do it this way so that you can get known, so you can get seen. No, do it the way you know how to do it, the way you want to do it, the way you feel to do it, and then be seen in all your glory. You know, dare to be different. Not even dare to be different. Dare to be yourself. Dare to be who you are behind closed doors, in public. Dare to walk in your own swagger, in your own style, in your own uniqueness. And then if you really want other people to be drawn to you or to like you or to make you feel like you know superhuman, be a magnet. Do your thing so loud in your own way, so confidently that they have no choice but to come over and see what you're about. They have no choice but to try and fit in with you rather than you trying to fit in with them. Do you understand? That's all it is to me personally. You know, and now I no longer try and fit in with anybody. I just do myself. There are some things that I will, you know, accommodate because it works with me, and it might be similar to what other people are doing, but because it works with me and I can see the logic and it makes sense and it doesn't compromise who I am as an individual, I'll incorporate it. But I'm still myself. There are times when people say to me, "Don't get dreadlocks. Your shorter hair suits you." I appreciate the compliment that shorter hair suited me, but I'm not trying to fit in with what you like. I'm doing it because I like doing it. I'm doing it because it's something that I wanted to do and experience. Same thing when I got my nose pierced. Aren't you a bit old for that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm not trying to fit in with your idea of what you think I should look like. I'm doing this for me because it's what I want to do. And if you don't like it, that's okay. We don't have to fall out about it, or we don't have to talk anymore. It's, you know, that's okay for you. You know, I'm not trying to fit in with you, because if I fit in with you, somebody else is going to tell me something else that they think is good for me or good about me. I'm going to try and fit in with that person. I'm going to try and fit in with another person. I'm going to try. I'll just be tired and exhausted. Or, worse off, I won't even make an attempt in the first place. So, don't kill yourself emotionally or physically trying to fit in with everybody or that particular group. Maintain who you are, because you're authentic and you're unique and you're beautiful the way you are. Keep developing on it. Keep building on who you are. Keep acquiring new things that you like about yourself or that you've realized that you're drawn to. Do you understand? About you. Fuck what the world thinks you should be about all the time. Fuck what the world thinks you should like or not like. Fuck what the world thinks you should do to fit in with society, when society is always changing its mind anyway. Just focus on you. Focus on being the best version of you. Love who you are. Love the skin that you're in. Love the body that you're in. You want to make enhanced, you want to fine tune things for you, not to fit in with what's outside. Because I promise you, by the time you catch up with what you're trying to fit with outside, it would have changed, or it would no longer be that important anymore. It'll be something else, and you got to change it again. But if you just own who you are and you rock it like it's couture all the time, yo, you become a magnet. You no longer become a puzzle to fit. You no longer become a jigsaw piece to fit a puzzle that you don't even like anyway. You become a magnet. Everybody then, I know it sounds vain, but everybody then will try and be like you or try and copy some style of yours. And it's only because you had the courage to do it, to be you. In fact, you may motivate and inspire more people to be themselves rather than to be like you. Because the whole point is not for you to get people to want to be like you or be like anybody else other than themselves. So when you rock yourself and be yourself in the most authentic and original manner, you inspire people to copy you by being themselves and not trying to fit in. I personally believe the less people that try and fit in with what's going on outside, the more people will be happy with who they are and what they have. And then they'll be able to grow and expand more and gain more. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, don't kill yourself trying to fit in. Be grateful for who you are, what you have. Be thankful for the kind of individual you are. And embrace it, rock it, stunt it, whatever you gotta do. Do it your way, being you. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please keep leaving comments in the boxes below. I enjoy the comments, 1000% I do. If you need to contact me or you want to talk to me more or do work with me in the future, please hit me up on my email address, which I'll put in the description below, or my Instagram page, which I'll also put in the description below. Like I always say, live your life one step, one rep at a time. Think strong, be strong, and remember the impossible is nothing. Don't invest your time in trying to fit in with everybody else. Invest your time in embracing who you are and becoming a magnet by being yourself. Anyway guys, take it easy. Peace.